And a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Mosby. Thanks for joining us for our third show of the day. Sara is here, and it's going to be a really fun show actually, because I love it when we bring the Creativ range to you, because it gives you the opportunity, I think, to have a little bit of a delve into other areas of craft. I kind of assume that majority of you are paper crafters. You know, we might have some soft crafters here as well, but the range that we've got across this show today, my goodness me, we're going to be talking crochet, knitting, embroidery, macrame, or macrame, as you guys say in the States, resin making, kintsugi. It is all there. There's tons and tons of great deals for you, which we will be delving into over the course of the 2 hours. Lots of tariff-free options for you too, which is incredible, and we will of course highlight that as we go through the show. One thing I must just tell you before we start and introduce you to Sara is that it's a very exciting day, because something brand new has launched live on the website, our digital downloads, and it's Sara's signature collections that we've launched this time. Obviously we had the papers previously. Now we have got digital stamps and SVG cut files as well, so you can download collections like Enchanted Dreams. We have got the Dancing Dragonfly collection for you. We have got Caring Thoughts. We've got the Bohemian collection, and also Age of Elegance. Just a few of the collections. I have been told that more will be coming soon. And if you love the Nature's Garden range too, stand by, because there's more of that coming, perhaps sooner than you think. I shall say no more. But it is going to be a fantastic show. Let's make it nice and interactive as well, okay? Because, you know, I certainly am still, I know we've done a couple of these shows, but I am still learning, you know, when it comes to various crafts that I've not seen before. So I will be asking questions if you don't, but we would much prefer you guys to ask those questions and get interactive with us, so that you can jump in and grab all of these brand new goodies. And also, let's keep the Craftaganza chat going as well, please. I feel like I got a bit of the goss in the last show. I need more. I need more. What was your favourite class? How long did you do the Craftaganza for? Were you doing it all weekend? Were there any bloopers? Were there any funny bits I need to know about? Were the guys having a little cheeky one on air? Were they wearing their pyjamas? You know, give it to me, please. Give it to me, because I don't think I'm going to get much out of Sara. Good afternoon. Come on!
What happened at Craftaganza stays at Craftaganza. It's all I am saying. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. And do you know what? It just felt like old-time Craftaganza was.
Yeah.
You know, when we used to get everybody, even though we weren't together in the same room, it felt like we were, because of the way technology is now and the way everyone was able to chat. I had people saying it had reinstilled their crafty mojo. They'd had the best weekend in years.
Aww.
I mean, honestly, the feedback from people was just absolutely off the chart. And people tried crafts that they'd never done before. That's what I loved about it. Everybody, no matter what their level, learned something different, and people tried loads of different things. And that's why I thought actually today would be a really good day. So totally different to what we've done in Craftaganza, but all these different types of crafts. So I've had the benefit of, I've dabbled in about 20 different crafts over the last year, and it's brilliant. It's brilliant to dabble in stuff. It can just be really expensive and overwhelming knowing where to start. And Creativ is a big company we've worked with out in Denmark, who do 180 different craft kits.
Yeah.
180, right? And what they do is they take a craft like resin crafting or kintsugi or embroidery or crepe flower making, and then they build out a kit with everything you need so that you can give that a try. And they do instructions for each one. So it's not always us doing the instructions, it's their teams as well. But you can take one of their kits, and so like, for example, we were showing the crepe flowers earlier this morning, and then people are taking those, learning how to make those crepe flowers, and it's just wonderful to have everything you need in one box to get started.
Yeah, absolutely. So stand by. So many great kits coming your way. I'll say a few hellos in just a few moments. One thing I will say though, this proves how popular these kits are. The showstopper that we did on the resin that has sold out is the actual resin itself that sold out the bundle, but you can still get these two kits individually, which we'll talk around as we go through the show, and they are tariff free. We will pop up the little thing on the screen as we go along, so you know what is and what isn't, because there is going to be a lot of like chopping and changing through, but this one has sold out. Congratulations if you got your hands on it. Few quick hellos, and then we are going to get into the boxes. We've got Rachel on the socials this afternoon. Already in is Trudy. Alison Mason says good afternoon. Hello Jessica Dumont. She says I'm excited to see what this will be all about. Well, stick with us and you will find out. Lois is in Ohio. Carol Garwood Beard and M joins us saying good morning from California. I've got my basket started. What's going in it? Let us know. Hilary says, hi everyone from Hilary and Holly Collie. Hello and woof. Craftaganza was amazing, says Karen Austin. And Crafting Queen says, Ben, sorry that you FOMO read Craftaganza, but whatever happens in Craftaganza stays in Craftaganza. Ha 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 ha, jinx Sara. I was just typing that as you said it.
There you go, you see.
Someone will give me some goss. Craftaganza was amazing. I finished all my projects, says M.
Yes!
And Carol says, it was amazing. Great inspiration, teachings, and the classes were great. I did some things on Saturday that I have never done. Flowers and paper piecing. I really fell in love with the flowers. Sunday had 2 of the 3 classes I was most interested in, but had other commitments. So those I will re-watch as I missed them. That's the great thing though, isn't it? If you didn't get to them all, you can go back and re-watch.
I'll tell you what we were saying as well, Ben, is that do you want us to try and come up with other classes and other things we could do with what was in Craftaganza? So we could do some more Craftaganza style classes. We just do them here on Crafters TV, but they would be using the stuff that was in the Craftaganza. So it would just be like bonus extras. Should we just do some bonus extras? Because you've got all the stuff that's in the boxes. So let us know if like you really want to use the kit that we did for class 1, but you want to learn how to alcohol pen colour it, or you want to do flower forming, but you want to take it to the next level. What I will say is as well, things like the flower forming, things like the paper piecing, there were a lot of kits that we did so that if you did the flower forming at the weekend, loved it, there is more flower forming on the website to stock up on, and the bundles are tariff free. So if you want more flower forming, you want more of the foam and whatnot, go and have a little look on the website and you've got more of the foam in a tariff free bundle. Same if you want to do paper piecing, we've chosen some dies that are really good for paper piecing, put them together with some items that make it a tariff free bundle. So if you were in Craftaganza at the weekend, go and look on the website at the bundles that we did of support and product that you might want to buy after you've done Craftaganza.
There you go. Keep chatting to us. Jane says, Craftaganza was brilliant. Flower forming, paper piecing, blending and colouring. All the things I avoided, I loved. Let's get into these boxes then. So loads of starter kits for you. The first few kits that we're going to show you are all tariff free. So a great excuse for you, again, if you are in the US, to give something brand new a go. Sara will unbox and show you everything that's in these. But within this particular box, you'll see all the goodies that you're going to be getting on the front just here. But you're going to learn to chain stitch, you're going to learn to double crochet, you're going to learn basic treble crochet, bobble stitches and more. And what is so brilliant is you get all the goodies you need within the kit, and as well as the chat through from Sara here, with each and every one of these kits there is a QR code, so you will get full online tutorials too, so you're never left alone. And the Creativ website, by the way, is absolutely brilliant. Naturally you'll go there anyway to pick up your tutorial for the kit, but just have a little browse around as well and see what they're all about. $26.99 is the price on this if you are shopping in the UK. $35.99 is the price if you're in the US. What I will say again though is we're very limited on stock. We had a very busy show when we first launched these kits just a while back. We've got less than 50 of these starter kits when it comes to crochet. So let's have a look through the box with Sara. Are these, would you say, for absolute beginners then? If I've never crocheted before, this is for me, yeah?
Look at this. New to crochet, learn the basic techniques. We are on beginner of the stages, so they rank all of their 180 kits on beginner, intermediate and advanced, okay? So if I open this up, this is what I love about all of it. And can I just show you, right? It's not just the most basic of crochet. You're going to move into some really more fancy crochet. Now, yeah. Leanne loves crochet. Leanne's she's itching to do some crochet here on Crafters TV, actually.
Is she?
So she is itching, right? So look at this. In the instruction book that comes included, you can see, look, it's going to teach you all the bobbles that you've got the basic chain stitch, you've got your double crochet and treble crochet in here, you've got the front post double crochet, which I haven't done, and the back post double crochet, and even things like this one here, which is your lovely bobble stitch on there that you're going to learn how to do, and how to do things like tying the ends off. You get the diagram, so you're going to get, can you see where it shows you how everything's going to come together? Yeah. It shows you all on there. Now, this is the difference, right? The crochet yarn, this is all made in the UK, right? So this is phenomenal quality crochet yarn, and look how much of it you get. This this is what you're paying for. You are paying for the very high-end crochet yarn. You get all of the tools that you need in here. So you've got yarn needles in there, you've got all of your little markers, you've got the crochet tool, which is the wooden one, you've got that lovely bag to keep everything in. But I just think if you're going to start, do it with the good quality stuff. Don't use the cheap now. I mean, look at the finish that you get on all of these. This is about learning how to do the technique and having everything that you need. That would be a dream. I've done a granny square. So my level of crochet is a granny square. So the basic treble crochet in a granny square. And I've only ever done it with that cheap, nasty wool. You know, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Right? Whereas this, look at the difference when you're learning. You're doing all the different types of crochet stitches that you're going to learn how to do in that booklet. So you've got all the step-by-step with the crochet yarn. So it's basically working out, you pay for the crochet yarn, it's like all the education's free, but then also you've got the little QR code, because some people like to learn by looking at the picture, some people like to learn by following the video. So if you are a video learner, every one of these projects has a video, and that's the difference.
Yeah, so there is so much information for you. You've got that kind of digital holding of your hand all the way through. That is the crochet kit. Again, as we see these items, feel free to keep those questions coming in, because you know we can do a little Q&A a little bit later on, or we can kind of answer those questions as they come in for the relevant box. $26.99 or $35.99. Let us know as well if there's anything that you want us to feature more of. I know there's a lot of interest in things like the Kintsugi and the resin casting, all that to come a little bit later on. One thing which I know has proved quite popular here on Crafters TV quite recently is knitting, something which yours truly had to go at a little while back, and we were chatting about this before the show. I did quite a bit of knitting, as you guys know, recently, but I've got to a point now where I need to relearn how to cast on and cast off, because once I get started, you know, I can go. But yeah, I was away. So this kit would be absolutely brilliant for someone like me. Very, very kind of soothing craft, if you like, knitting. Very mindful, I think, to do, and something that, you know, you asked the guys here for a few weeks, I was kind of like bringing my knitting in with me in my bag. I still remember when I got home the night after I learnt to knit, that look on my wife's face when I just pulled out my knitting and started doing it in front of the TV. She was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Can't you see I'm knitting, darling?" But everything is in here if you are a beginner, if you want to learn to knit. Maybe it's something that you used to do as a kid and, you know, you've forgotten how to do it. In here, again, you're going to learn to cast on, learn to cast off. Plenty of different stitches in here, which Sara will tell you about in just a few moments' time. And again, you get all of the essential kit in here for you to get going. Once again, all of the information that you need. So you've got that QR code, you scan it, will take you to that digital tuition, and then you are away. You're going to get started, and I really believe, again, this is going to be something that you'll absolutely fall in love with. Really nice crafts to have alongside your paper crafting. Once again, £26.99 here in the UK, $35.99, tariff-free. All of these first few items, about 7 or 8 of them, all tariff-free, but your problem here is we've got less than 30. So have a little bit of a think. Sara will talk you through it. If you like it, jump in and grab it. I think these are brilliantly priced as well, Sara. To start a new hobby for £26 is brilliant.
Well, the thing is, I'm going to be really honest, if you are an avid knitter, this is not the kit for you. I would rather be really transparent and explain who this is for. This is for people like me and Ben.
Yeah.
Right? It's not for people who are avid knitters, who know the different knitting stitches, who've got knitting needles, who've got different yarns. Not for you. This is not going to work out the best way to do it. If you are just like us and you want to get started and you want to learn the techniques and you want to have the right tools and equipment, this is who it's for. So again, it's another one that's all about people who are new to knitting, and also it's a complete beginner kit, right? You're talking about that high quality cotton-based wool as well, right? So when I open this up, and you can go in, and I just think how all these kits are put together. They are beautifully packaged, right? Now, same as what you had when we did the crochet, but this time we're going to learn garter stitch, stocking stitch, a fisherman's rib, a checkerboard, a moss stitch, and a diamond, right? So all of these, again, you've got the full, a lot of people are visual learners like this. Other people want to use the QR code. And if you've never done it before, guys, I want to show you how you use a QR code, right? So all you do is you come on here, right? You set it up as though you're taking a photo. Come on, take a photo, right? So once you tag it, can you see? It comes up on the bottom of here. I'll let you do this on the overhead camera. There we go, right? So when soon as I take it over here, right?
Yeah.
Soon as it finds it, it gives me the website. So I click on the little website, and it takes me to the exact page on the website to start a craft kit, learn to knit.
Do you know what? It's so good that you've shown that, because I think a lot of people still think you need like a specialist QR code app.
No, just do it on your phone. And then, look, you've either got the how to do it or they've got the... So then you've got, look, Master Essentials knitting techniques, how to cast on, how to do the basic knit stitches, how to do purl stitches, how to do seed stitches, how to knit harlequin. So can you just say, I wanted you to see all these videos are all here, right? That's what makes the difference. I wanted people to see how that was. But again, you're paying for the yarn, Ben, right?
Yeah.
But this time... got the yarn. Oh, where are my knitting needles in it? There they are, where they are, right? So you've got the yarn. Now, love these ones. It's the circular knitting needles that are bamboo. Have you used these yet?
No.
Have you not? Oh, so.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Right? So they're connected.
Yeah.
Right? So you've got to do, but they're always connected, because what you can do is you can thread your knitting down onto here if you want, but it's just coming together. So it's all about learning how to do, and the circular knitting needles honestly are absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
You've got your yarn needles included, you've got your tape measure, you've got your little stitch markers in there as well, and then you've got the little bag to keep everything in. But these here, the quality, I'm going to keep going on, the quality of that yarn is absolutely next level. So if you're going to learn to knit, do it the right way, get the proper quality. So Penny always says that when she's in as well, doesn't she?
Yeah.
You want the quality yarns. Otherwise, you're going to get, I mean, you know what, that's fine for making things like pom-poms, but you don't want to be using that cheap, nasty wool when you want to do nice projects and you want to learn to knit.
Just a question from Hilary. Says, my friend and I want to learn to crochet. Would there be enough in the box for us both if we bought another hook, or would it be savvy to buy 2 boxes, do you think?
So yes, there's enough in the box there. What I would say is, if you're doing it together, yeah, I suppose you could just buy another hook. Yeah. The problem is you're going to want the same colour. I can tell you now, you're going to want to do the same project in the same colour at the same time. So it's up to you. But you technically could. Yes, there's enough in there that you could both get one and share it.
Okay. Be quick though if you do decide to pick up a couple, because there's less than 50 of those left. It's been years since I've knitted, says Mary Pat. Maybe I need a review. This would be perfect. Honestly, like Sarah says, perfect for absolute beginners. But if it has been years and you're thinking you'd like the kind of full refresh, again, you're not going to go wrong. But the knitting kit, less than 30 of those, less than 50 of the crochet kit. Hi to Cindy, who's just said bonus classes always appreciated. Trudy says, I love crocheting. And Jane says, hi all, Craftaganza was brilliant. Flower forming, paper piecing, blending and colouring, all the things I avoided, I loved. And Daisy says, I'm excited to see the Kintsugi. I went to a local coffee shop event that introduced us to the concept. Stay tuned, that is coming up. We've got the embroidery kit for you as well. This is lovely, allowing you to be able to create a beautiful embroidered design onto the tote bag, which is included within this collection. Great price on this one. Again, start a new hobby today for under £20 if you're here in the UK. So that's £19.99, $24.99, and it is all tariff free for you as well. Once again, as Sarah goes through the box, you'll see all of the content, everything that you need to give embroidery a go. I know we've done a little bit of knitting, Sarah, and you do a bit of crocheting. Is embroidery something that you've done before?
I did this one.
Ah, there you go.
I did this exact one because I wanted to learn how to do it. And it's all the different stitches. And when you're getting close, can you see, it's learning how to do these little, they look like little mini roses. And then also these little daisies like this. They're all different styles of flowers. And I learned how to do them with this kit. So if you're really fancying giving it a go, these are what you got. I just think these are so cute. And honestly, it was so easy, Ben, once I learned how to do it. Now, just like what you experienced with the knitting and the crochet, this one is classed. Come on, to take my, oh, look, it's got some, I'm trying really hard to keep all this neat. Can you see? Not to rip, just to not rip them as they come off, because they look so, the boxes, it's nice to keep everything in the boxes actually. We've kept all ours in the boxes here, right? So when this comes off, again, you open that box up and they are nice. They're all biodegradable boxes. They're all really good for the environment, but they all look really nice as well. Now, this is the one, I didn't actually put the video on at all. I followed this. So for example, when I was doing the flower, it's so easy. You just do, it shows you how to do the one chain stitch, and we're going to do that 5 points, and then you go under and over to do that lovely little rose. And that's what I did, and then put a little French knot in the middle. So it just shows you, and there was that one, but then that was also how to do the, the little mini daisies on there. So you've got the pattern that you're going to follow, and then you've got all of the instructions. You get the embroidery floss. So now what you'll find is as well, each of these, there's 6 threads in there. So you're going to pull the threads apart and just use part of it. You've got the needle threaders, you've got the needs, you've got a little pack of the beads in there, and then you've got the bag. Right?
Yeah.
So this is what I love about these, Ben, is everything is in there. So sure, you can go and buy some embroidery floss, and you could buy a set of embroidery floss. They're about £15 for a pack of the different embroidery flosses. Then you can go and buy the bag. So you're probably talking another £5 for the canvas bag or whatever. But then also, you've got the instructions. It's the fact that you've got everything. So I know the kit works out. A lot of these kits, they're working out the same prices if you bought all the pieces individually, but it's saving you the hassle of buying them individually, and it's having a project. That's what I love, is having a project to work on. This was lovely. Honestly, I really, really enjoyed this one. It was nice and easy to do. As a beginner, it was a perfect starting point.
Daisy's just gone, no, stop making this sound so good. My husband will divorce me if I start a new craft.
No, right. It's only one box, right? It's not like we say we need a whole other room to fill up with yarn or whatever. It's one little box, and you can keep... at home, I have the boxes, and what I've done is I've just written on the side embroidery, or I have the one for Kintsugi or Sienna type, and you just write what's on the side, and these all stack up on the shelf. So I feel like it's okay because I've only got a little box of stuff.
There you go. Listen to Sara. She knows. Sara says wise words.
Wise
Sara,
words.
Can you just tell Daisy's husband?
Daisy's husband... It doesn't count.
No.
She doesn't need a whole room for it. She's just got a space on the shelf for a box, and they're so thin.
There you go. Leslie B says, I've got 2 crochet kits, one for my friend who is dying to learn. Well done, Leslie B. Enjoy, enjoy. And Alex says, I've been knitting since I was 5, nearly 71 now, but I cannot crochet anything more than single and double crochet. Well, your opportunity to give it a go.
This will be the kit, because you'll get the crochet hook, you'll get all the instructions, and it's not about making something fancy with the crochet one. It's just about learn. Look at all the different ones you had on the crochet. You're going to learn all of, and all of this is done from one kit. Right, so it's a little bit like when we did Craft Organza, and it wasn't necessarily, I mean, I know we did finish some projects off, but actually it was about learning all the different techniques. It's the same there, 5 different types of crochet you're going to learn all in that one box, in one kit, ready to go.
Do you think the fact that Alex has knitted for...
oh, you'll find the crochet easy.
She'll pick up crochet easier?
You'll pick up crochet, absolutely no problem. It's just with 1 tool instead of 2.
There you go. Give it a go. What you got to lose? I've got these kits. I love how these kits, says Mary Pat, a package. They'd really make lovely gifts. Absolutely. And this one will make a lovely gift as well, or just indeed a kit for yourself. It is the starter kit, allowing you to make some beautiful resin candle holders. We had a brief sort of sneaky peek at some of the finished samples from this in Wake Up Call this morning. So again, this is tariff free. It's at $51.99. That's $69.99, and you're going to create in this actually from all of the contents 3 amazing candlesticks, and then you're going to be creating your 2 dishes within this as well. So 5 creations from this one kit, and again learning all the basics of how to use with a resin cast. All the information you need is included, and again you can go back to the previous shows that we've done and find out more information. But let's chat about this now. A jam-packed this one, Sara, with 5 things we're going to make from one box.
It is, and I know it's really difficult for me to demonstrate with these because obviously they all take time and they take hours and hours. It's totally different to just paper craft, right? But I can show you, and all of these kits, I've had to go up myself. You'll see the little videos, you'll see them popping up on my Instagram, my TikTok, my Facebook or whatever. So I can tell you, they're kind of like being tried and tested by me as it was, right? This, when we say resin cast, right, it's not, you know, obviously people doing the clear resin, that's epoxy resin, right? That is difficult to work with. That it's got a lot of chemicals in, a lot of people are allergic to it, a lot of people don't like to use it. This is not it, right? This is resin cast. So it's much easier to work with, and you'll see it's a powder form. So if you've seen me, I did a little project a few months ago that went viral where I put some into a balloon, I filled up a little balloon and then I clamped it onto the side of a little, what I did was I clamped it onto the side of the desk like this. And when I clamped it on with a G-clamp, it left a little dent so that when I let everything settle and took it out, it was a tea light holder. So you might have seen that one that I did, and that was using resin cast.
Yeah.
So resin cast, it's opaque, so it's not like a clear through, but it's super strong, right? So that's a lovely little trinket dish. Now, how it works is, you see, what you do is you get the mould for the trinket dish. So you get the mould, and then in the kit, not only do we get the moulds, but we get all of the stuff for the resin cast. So this is the one that I did at home, where I poured the resin cast in. So let me show you when we get this up. You'd love this. This would be right up your street, Ben. You know, when you just want to try something. Yeah. So if I show you what, you can see on the back of the thing, you can see exactly what's included. You get some of the... you get the moulds, you get the gold leafing that you're going to use, you get that is the actual resin cast that we're going to use there. But then also you get like the colourants and things like that. Yeah. And then you get the ideas box to come in with it. So, again, I'm going to open the box. When we open it up and we have a little look at everything, you've got the full step-by-step instructions. Right, then here we go. 2 of the moulds, right? So you've got the mould that I was just showing you that does this one. And then you've also got this mould here, which when we've got this in, see, once it hardens, and you take all of this out.
How long does it take to harden?
About half an hour.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, about half an hour. I normally leave mine a couple of hours before I pull them out, though. And when you pull it out, look, it's made a candle holder.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, and that's ready just to take your pillar candles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
brilliant.
can do that. So the one that I did here, I put some of the, now you can use our gilding waxes if you want, not gilding waxes, gilding flakes. Yeah. Or you do get a sheet, you get a little sheet, that's it, of the gold leafing. Right. So you've got the Creativ gold leafing in there, or you can use our gilding flakes and they work exactly the same way.
You put glitter in it?
You could put glitter in it, you could. You could put, you could spray them with your mica sprays. Oh, I love that idea. Put your inks in. Beautiful. Now, if you want to colour the resin with the colourant, you get 2. So this is a little bit like food colouring, but it's resin colouring, right? So it's food colouring for resin. Then you get a couple of bags of the resin cast itself, right? So you've got the resin cast. This is what you're going to mix, and you only need to mix it with water. So you mix the resin cast with water, and you've got the little mixing jars. You've got the little spatula spoons that you can do all of the mixing jars with there in as well. And then after you take them out, what you'll see is when you pop all of these out, sometimes you get a few little rough edges on there. Yeah. You do then get the sanding block that you can just go and just smooth off those rough edges. So you get that included as well. So it's everything to get the perfect finish on all of these projects. I mean, how good do they look? Really cool. I think this is absolutely brilliant. And again, you know, you're taking up a new hobby, aren't you, for a brilliant price. £51.99, £69.99, everything that you need. And then the full instructions in there as well, creating 3 of those candlesticks, 2 of those deco dishes as well. And nice to know that, you know, you can bring in other bits and pieces that you'll already have in your craft room to decorate these even further. Again, very popular, this kit. Last time we had it on, very popular again today. It's gone, £51.99, £69.99, I think it was, is the price on that starter kit. Absolutely, says Rebecca, love the resin kits. I've made quite a few items and I absolutely love each one. Belated yes please to Sara, says Crafting Queen, to follow up classes from Craftaganza at home would be brilliant and much more appreciated to be able to expand more on the techniques. Thank you again to you and the entire team. And Carol says, I don't know about Sara, but I have tubs and tubs of yarn and lots of hooks and knitting needles. They can take up some space if you become a collector of yarn like we do with CC. And Daisy says, OMG, I'm laughing so hard. As soon as Sara said to her husband, you know, that it was fine, YouTube shut down, lol. My hubby must have heard what you said. Ha! Turn the internet off. Quick, get it off. It's only, what was it, $19.99? Go for it. Next up, now, with your starter kit with the resin candle holders, you'll have made the candle holders, won't you? So next, you'll want to be able to, you know, make and decorate your own candles, and that's what you can do with this next kit. It's going to create you 6 different candles. Once again, everything in here
for you to be able to decorate these and, you know, bespoke these for whatever the occasion, whatever the event, colour match these to however you want them to look. But again, of course, I would imagine there'll be other crafty bits and pieces that you already have in your craft room that you will be able to bring into the creation of these candles. £23.99 is the UK price on this, $31.99, and again, this is tariff free. This would really be a lovely one to go with the last kit, wouldn't it? Because you make the holder, then you make the candles.
What's nice, and those of you watching in the US, whenever you can get the tariff-free ones, that's because they're made all over Europe. The Creative company, honestly, they source product from all over the world, so a lot of their kits are made with items from Europe as well, which is what like this candle kit is. So all of these candles are sourced and manufactured here in Europe. Now, here's what's great about this kit. There's two techniques. So when you look on the back, can you see we've got this like mottled looking effect candle? Yeah. That's done with the shards of wax. Then you've got the candle paints in here so that you can paint pictures onto your candles. You've even got the little paintbrush. So if you want to try painting onto the candles, but then also doing like it's like a tie-dye effect for it.
Oh, okay.
It's all in the kit. So again, you can try a little bit of all of these. So when I open this up, you've always got, so you get all of the candles, and they're good quality candles, guys. I'm not being funny. If you wanted to go and buy more cheap candles to replace them, to make the kit go further, you absolutely could, but these include the really good quality ones. These are the special candle paints. Now, I've used these, and I can tell you, they're brilliant to do. So when you open these up, what you'll see is they won't work at first. That's what I found.
Right.
So I do this, nothing comes out, right? So make sure you take off the lid, and then you need to just open this up, and can you see we're going to need to take this out? And then what you do is you take the top, pop this on. Now when you squeeze this, the paint will be able to travel right up. You saw it coming up, didn't you, into here. And then when you're not using it, pop that back on. You put the lid back on, and it means the candle paint doesn't dry out. So you get two of the lovely candle paints in there. There are the shards of wax for you to be able to use, to be able to do that special multi-tonal effect one on there. And then you get this super, look how fine the point nib is on that, for you to do all of your painting with. So you've got this, but actually, look, it's just super cute to be able to do things like the little flowers. I've done all sorts of different painting on candles.
Yeah.
So you've got those lovely candle paints. You get the pink and the blue in there. We do have, I don't know if they're in stock at the moment, but we had a pack of candle paints in the other colours in there as well. If you want to do like rainbow colours. So they were all on the website. We may not have had, because we're getting deliveries in all the time, so we may not have had the new delivery, but it's worth watching out for it when it comes back in if we haven't. They are or they aren't, Johnny? They're not, so we must be out of stock on the individual candle paints. But this is a brilliant one to get started. So you've got a bit of everything and the instructions, then you could just come back and buy more of the candle paints next time you're buying as well.
Daisy, I'm enjoying the back and forth of you and husband, and this is it. Daisy has now put the embroidery kit in her basket because she says, Ben, you are so right. $20. He spends more than that in beer a week. So there you go. He has his $20 of beer, you've got your brand new kit, and you'll have something to show for it at the end, won't you?
And just to clarify, we are not getting in the middle of all of
that. Well done, Daisy, well done. Can I just ask a question from Gail? So I think this is relating back to the kit where we were making the candle holders. She says, what are the suggested ages for that starter kit? I have an 8 and 10-year-old granddaughter. Is that too young?
No, so I've made these. My boys would love that.
Right.
That would be right up their street at that level. Supervise them. Just make sure they don't eat any of the resin. But I mean, at 8 and 10, they're not likely to try and do that, is there not? So I would absolutely give them a good go with it.
Excellent. As long as you're there to sort of supervise, yeah, they'd be brilliant. And that's it, keeps them busy. You can tell there's two dads here, producer Johnny just said about here, keeps them busy, and it gets them off the screens, doesn't it, as well? Gets them off the screens, gets them being creative. You can get that craft kit, candle decorating, for £23.99. $31.99. Lots of love coming through for these. Rebecca, Crafting Queen, obviously Daisy been commenting as well. Let us know if you've got any of these and you've crafted with them. If you feel like you want to send in some pictures as well, we would love to be able to see what you guys have been up to. And if there's anything in particular that you want to ask about the kits, feel free to fire those questions in. Also worth mentioning, if you have just joined us, firstly, hello. And secondly, we do have, of course, those brand new digital downloads on the website. There are Sara signature collections that you can now download as digital stamps and SVG cut files. The 5 that we've got are Enchanted Dreams, Dancing Dragonflies, Caring Thoughts, the Bohemian Collection, and Age of Elegance, with more to come very, very soon. So do check those out on the website. This next one, oh, it sounds broken. It's Kintsugi, because that's the craft, because it's oh no, oh dear, because it's broken anyway. It's
Sorry, did I miss the gag?
I shook the box as it's the Kintsugi, and I said, oh dear, it sounds like it's broken.
Oh,
because
yeah.
it is, isn't it?
That was quite witty, actually.
Yeah, I thought that was. I don't know why I bother. Now, again, up until whenever it was, back in May, wasn't it, I think, when we first brought these boxes in, never heard of this craft, had no idea. Sara was telling me all about it. Kintsugi, it is called. And it is so is it the art actually initially then of breaking something and then putting it back together, or are you collecting broken pieces and then piecing together?
No, so it's a Japanese tradition. One of my friends is an author.
Right.
And she wrote a book recently about healing. It's like a novel, but within the book, these broken kids who've lost siblings, it's very, very sad. They go to Japan as part of the healing process and do Kintsugi. And it's all about trying to mend together something that's broken. But the way I think about it is, right, so if you've dropped a teapot on a plate, right, and you glue it back together, you know when you put the pieces back together, you can almost put it back together so it doesn't look like it's been broken.
Yeah.
And get the super glue in so that you can, if you've all done that when you're little, try and super glue something together so you don't know it's broken, right? That's not what Kintsugi is. So Kintsugi isn't the point of just fixing it. It's about showcasing the broken pieces as a positive.
Right.
So it's about showing where something's been broken and it's come back together and formed a bond. So it would be like having a cut and then you've got the scar where it's healed over. It's like having those scar marks to show that something was broken and it's now fixed, and that's okay. So the whole point is, so this is a piece of Kintsugi work that's been done. It's not the same one from the kit, but this Kintsugi, can you see? Different pieces that don't go together, all glued together, but you glue it with a special type of resin, and then you use a special gold pen to accentuate where everything's been put together.
Yeah.
And I just think, I mean, whether you make nice coasters or hanging decorations, I made the hanging decoration one of these. I forgot to bring it in from home today, actually, the one that's in this kit. So if you look at what's in the kit, right, so just for you to be able to give it a go and try it, you've got all the stuff to make this one. But then actually, you've got the special glue that you use to be able to pop it together. So can you see? There's the how-to, right? You do get even the gloves because it is an epoxy resin that you use. So it's a 2-part resin. So you squeeze the two and you get so much out of each one and you mix it together in the little pot. So we mix it together in the little pot, and then you've got all of the pieces. So each kit will be unique and different because you'll always have different pieces.
Yeah.
And you stick the pieces together. You've got the acetate on which you stick the pieces together so that when the epoxy dries you can peel it off and it's not stuck to your table, right? And then you've got the very fine special gold pen to go around all the outside pieces so that when it's finished and it's come together, it's going to look like this.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's about having that acetate, the special gold pen, the epoxy resin, the little tray to mix it, the tools. Again, you go out and you try and buy all the bits to do it, it's a faff on, right? One kit, everything in one place.
And I suppose every time you make something, it will be a unique make, won't it, as well, which is quite nice. And I would imagine a really kind of fun, fairly easy craft to get into, but very sort of therapeutic once again, you know, piecing those broken glass shards back together to create some beautiful home decor pieces. So you've got 100 grams of those glass shards in there, and then all of the kit, including the acetate, the pen, the glue in there as well. So once again, a complete kit, and more information for you as well as far as the videos are concerned.
Do you want me to show everybody again how you do the videos, right? Yeah. Because on each one of these kits, right? So when you turn this over, everyone's got a QR code on, right? So what you do is you open up your camera on your phone, right? And then you just, as soon as I've put that there, it's come at the bottom.
Yellow thing, yeah.
As soon as you have that code at the bottom, you click on it, and it's going to take you exactly to the appropriate page on the website. Wasabi celebrates the imperfect, right? And you'll see down here, there it takes you through Creativity in a Box with Kintsugi, and it's going to show you and explain the process of Kintsugi. And then it's going to take you through and show you all of these, and then all of the, so what is wasabi, Sienna type and Kintsugi, so that all the different types, and then it'll take you through. So you would just click on the Kintsugi and it would take you through to the video to learn how to do the Kintsugi. And you've got all of that in there. There you go, there's the step-by-step pictures. And then once we get through all the step-by-step pictures, you can start to look at the videos.
No, it's brilliant. There you go. It's so thorough, and you've got that follow-up then of being able to, you know, read the instructions within the box, but then you've got that click through to the Creative website. And this isn't just, you know, with the Kintsugi, it is with all of the kits that you've got. So whether you're going for the embroidery, resin casting, the crochet that we've looked at, something which we'll come on to later on, the crepe paper florals, whatever that craft is, you're thinking, oh, I might have a go. Ooh, I'm a little bit worried as to whether or not, you know, I'll be able to do it. You've got the instructions in each box, but then you've got a video to click through to as well. So your hand is being held right the way through. And I really think you should give something a go today. Try a brand new hobby, whether it's the Kintsugi or one of the other deals that we've got coming up. We are going to have a short break. Remember, everything that we've shown you so far is tariff-free, so you can shop with confidence. A few showstoppers to come your way in just a few moments' time of what we've got left of those. Very low stocks on those showstoppers is what I'll say. So if you have spied those on the website and you're thinking about grabbing one, potentially sooner rather than later on that front. But in the meantime, we will have a short break. We'll come back and we'll show you more on this Craft with Sara show. We'll see you in about 4 minutes.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty program today and receive 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits to joining Club Inspire include special members-only sales, and you can receive discounts or exclusive access to products, and even free gifts. You will receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro that you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. See if you can craft your way up to our ultimate Club Inspire tier, Platinum, where you'll enjoy the very best discounts and rewards that we offer. As you keep climbing through the club, you can actually reach Platinum Plus and even Platinum for life. The more points you collect, the more you will be rewarded within our amazing special Club Inspire community. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Pokey tools and paper pads, gilding, wax and stamping mats, scissors, glitter, builder blocks, faux snow fabric, rocker blocks, briars, misters, quilting clips, and die brush tools, precision snips, finger daubers, acetates, stencils, glue guns and templates, Gemini Pro, Julia and the OG, Gemini Go, Mini and the MIDI, tri-blend brush pens, aqua pens and aqua blends, illustrators, classics and tri-blends and color blends and glitter pens and sparkle pens, outliner pens. Fine tip glue, applicators, envelopes, creators, stamping platforms, boxer boards, the big score and scoreboard, Nina card and craft card, glitter card, matte black card, graphics, wadding and adhesive sheets, glass mats, guillotines and pen trays, ball tool, dice and zinc trays, mitre tools and binding tools and toe bags, USBs, bone and punches, low-tack tape, paint brushes, stamens, moundboard, flower forming foam, outline markers, DVDs, spelled quick Triton pads and CDs, gilding flakes and washi tape, tacky glue, red liner tape, craft and score press, sparkle pots, Centura pan and sticky dots, pigment, ink pads, chunky glue, body bags, all-purpose glue, embossing folders, blending tools, storage folders, much more too. Water reactive ink pads, body bags, craft magnets, year of craft and glue, stick and spray and stick away, dotty tape and split pens, acrylic paint pens, tape pens, watercolor card, rotary cutters, magazines and stamping card, ultimate Pro and the rotating design board, ultimate first compendium, Sara signature collections, and don't forget discovery kits. Oh, and there's foam pads, think that's it. One final thing, foam on a roll, foam on a roll.
The instruction and inspiration is mind-blowing.
The inspiration, the products to make our own and make it our own.
I get so much inspiration and tips and tricks from everyone there at Crafters Companion.
And there's so much support, respect, and inspiration all through the socials.
I like to watch Crafters TV as often as I'm free, and I always get new ideas each time, and it certainly helps kickstart my mojo.
That is why I love Crafters Companion, because they make me look like a better crafter and give me ways to do things that I haven't tried before.
I wouldn't be the crafter I am today without Crafters TV, so thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for checking out. I know a lot of people were checking out their baskets during that little break there. Mary Pat says, many years ago, I sent a client of mine to a school in Arizona to learn that technique Kintsugi for a new business. It's awesome to see a kit for people to experience. And Deborah Sutherland says, Sarah, I just wanted to say thank you for the new downloadable SVGs and papers. It so helps us out in the States with tariffs. We can still craft along with our Cricut cutting machines, so thank you. We'll talk more about those in just a little while. Something we did want to talk about now, this isn't tariff free. However, for our UK viewers, it is a limited stock deal. Really, we're down to the bare bones of this Crepe paper kit. It was super popular last time we brought it, and super popular once again, because what you're going to be able to do is create beautiful florals that you can pop into, you know, a vase, for example, using everything that is included, and also the opportunity to create an absolutely stunning, like bouquet wreath, if you like, with all of the goodies that you're going to get. It's a mammoth kit. You're paying £50 for this if you're here in the UK. Obviously, tariff supply in the UK, in the US rather. All the information and inspiration once again as far as the kits are concerned. Sarah will take you through this. Are we looking at the big flower first? Are you going to bring that in just a second? Because we didn't see it in the last show.
I will bring it in just a second. Oh God, I'm going to show it to you.
Look at this.
So I've made this. I've got this video ready to go live. Actually, and it just you don't plug it into the wall.
No.
You just put it on.
Oh, that is brilliant.
Right? I've seen them all over TikTok, right? How good is that? So you have like, it's just all crepe paper.
That's so good.
But then you just buy, that was 20 quid off Amazon, the big bulb. Yeah, that's all it was. Like $22.99 or something off Amazon, right? So you just get the big bulb, and then you'll see when I do the video of how I did it. And then can you see? You get all of you just do this with the yellow, and then I've made the big petals and
what
shit.
Is that yellow? Is that crepe paper as well?
That's all the crepe paper.
That's so clever.
It's this one from this one here.
That's
how good's
so
that?
Good. I absolutely
Isn't it brilliant?
love it.
And then you just have that hanging. Imagine that hanging like, you know, if you've got like a veranda in the garden or something.
So lovely, yeah.
And then these just come with like a little hook on. But yeah, these are really inexpensive. Is that, do I have to turn that off? No, there you go. Top down. Very inexpensive. I was wanting to hang it in the studio, but you kind of need it right over where you are, don't you? And then you can't see. You need to see it from this angle or something, don't you?
Yeah. It's good to see though. Very impressive.
Yeah. So that is my big crepe paper flower. Oh God. Right.
There you go.
It's not moving. I'll be gutted if someone smashes it. Right, so the crepe paper we have in the showstopper, and can I just say, I know it's not tariff free, but even we've discounted it by more than the cost of what the tariffs would be. So actually, if you are in the US, it still works out cheaper than if you bought the individuals.
Okay.
So actually, I don't think it's quite the end of the world. I know it's not tariff-free because these are all the components are made in China because they make the best crepe paper. I have to say, I've tested a lot of crepe papers from all over the world. So they do a set of the darker shades and a set of the more pastel shades. And we have those. The showstopper's got all of these in, right? We then also do, again from Creativ, you've got all of the different wires. Now, apparently these have been really busy on the road. So these are what we call 2mm wires.
Yeah.
So these are the thick ones. So if you are wanting to do like a nice, let me just get one out of my vase of ones that are made. Can you see? Nice and solid, right? So if you're wanting to make them into individual flowers like that, these are the ones that you use. If you're wanting to make them into ones that are a bit more bendable, so can you see from here? We did these, what would you call these? Like, are they tulips?
No,
they're not quite, are they not? But anyway, I followed the picture. Can you see these ones are a little bit more pliable?
Yeah.
Right? That's because this is the 2mm, and this one here are the thinner ones. right? So you're going to do that, which has got, they've got the pliability. This is not, it's strong. Once you take it, you're taking it, right?
Yes.
But then look at all the flowers that I've made. Now this is the set that I made.
Yeah.
So I've done all of these, and again I did a little video, super cute. So we did the I don't know what you call them all, but there's these ones. These are right up my way. These were nice and easy. These
so
ones.
realistic.
So you've got these ones here.
Yeah.
Then you've got the ones that are more like sunflowery.
Yeah.
And can you see you get the pens in to be able to colour tint all of the crepe paper as well?
Yeah.
So because it's coming in the kit, you've got all the instructions for how to do it and also the tools for how to do them. Totally different type of flower again. Now, you see, these have travelled all over with us.
Look quite tropical, these flowers you've done here.
Yeah, they're lovely.
Beautiful.
And then leaves, don't forget to do leaves as well.
Oh, yeah.
You can do little sets of the leaves. And again, so this is when you've got your thinner wires on here as well as the thicker ones, so that you've got that kind of manoeuvrability and bendability. Carnations was super easy. You've got all the detail. Foxglove, somebody's just said that was, thank you. Look at the kind of, do you know, imagine if you're making somebody a bouquet, actually, and you're doing all of these different flowers. I mean, look at them, that's like a peony there, isn't it? Is that like a peony? I don't know, looks really good. Come on, someone, tell us what they're called. Keep putting it out. And then this one, what's this one? How cute, how gorgeous are they with all the little ones? Now, these are like a gorgeous labour of love.
Yeah.
You know, they're a big piece of work, but my God, don't they look absolutely
incredible. How long did it take to make something like that then?
Oh, well, I mean, so I didn't make every work. So I had somebody else making the flowers with me. So the two of us were on a whole afternoon doing all of the flowers. So, so it was quite involved. But it was lovely as well. Absolutely. It was really lovely. And they look really complex. They are not. Once you get the hang of it and you've started doing a few, you'll be surprised at actually just how easy they are. And they all follow roughly the same pattern. Get your glue gun out. Just, I mean, you get glue in the kit, but I like my hot glue gun for things like that. So you've got the hot glue gun. Now, you've got two choices. If you're going for just the individual sets, right? You've got the one set. So this set here makes the bouquet. So that is, that'll make all of, that one kit will make all of those flowers. And when I show you what's in the kit, Ben, so when I open that up, again, look, you've got all of the, so you've got all of the templates for all of the different flowers that you're working on. Then you've got all of the step-by-step instructions for how to do them with videos if you want the videos. But this is when you're getting the glue, the pens to colour tint it. You could use any of our pens as well. Bone folder for shaping all of the edges. You've got plenty of the different types of wire. You've got the little spritzer in there as well, which I didn't actually use when we were making these. But can you see you've got different sizes and thicknesses of all your different rolls of the crepe paper. So you've got, it's basically you're paying for the crepe paper. That's where the value in the kit is. But having all the extra accessories to go with it makes it brilliant. So one set is going to make you all of those all of the crepe paper flowers that are in that one vase. By the way, this vase I made as well. So this vase here was just a cheapy IKEA one.
Yeah.
And what I did was I put gilding wax glue inside. Okay. Let it go, so it was blue, let it go clear, put the gilding flakes on, and then I just sprayed it with black inside.
That's brilliant.
I mean, it looks quite good, doesn't it?
That's really good, yeah.
Quite pleased with that one.
Yes.
That was my little vase. That was a separate project I did, but I did the vase. Then if you do the other one, now, this is the sample that they sent us that's been made with this, but this is the one that I made. Of
course you went bigger.
So I just went bigger. And I love the wire that was in here. It was just very, very, look how pliable and bendable it is. And I just wrapped it all round.
Have you had more wire then, or is that the wire that you got in the box?
No, it's in the box.
Oh, wow.
Oh, everything's in the box. This is the beauty of it. Everything's in the box. And again, you learn to make different flowers again from the ones that are in there. And then, can you see what I did? I took the flowers and I just wound them round and put a bit of extra glue in just to hold it together. But I mean, come on. That would look brilliant on the front door, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
So that is if you go for the wreath one. And if you go for the showstopper, you get the wreath one and the flower one and the 2 extra pots of the crepe and the 2 extra pieces of this. But if you just want to shop little and get bits and pieces, go on the website. These kits are available individually as well, so just pick whatever works for you.
I just think these are fantastic, again, for creating flowers, maybe to brighten up your home, maybe to give to somebody who's not feeling so well. So obviously a lot of hospitals now, you're not allowed real flowers, are you? So these would be perfect to give to someone there. But also, maybe you're throwing a bit of a party and you just want to decorate, like Sarah says, the veranda, or decorate out the decking. These would be absolutely perfect. The bad news is, if you want to go for this brilliant offer, as far as the showstopper is concerned, there's only 15 opportunities left. So you've got both kits to be able to create the freestanding flowers that you can pop into your vase, and then of course to be able to create the wreath there as well. And then also within this kit, you can see the beautiful wreath. Also, you've got the wires in different sizes, and then 2mm and 0.6mm, and then you've got all of these papers. I mean, that is absolutely loads of your crepe paper in there. You've got, what, 8 different colours, I think, haven't you? 8 different colours, twice over within this set. So £50 is the price on that. Saving £22.44. You're saving 41 quid if you're shopping in the US. As like Sarah said, you will have those tariffs there, but might still be worth jumping in for. They look so real, says Shari, and the large flower is very impressive. Lots of love coming in for that flower, actually. And Mary Pat saying, wow, that is gorgeous. Now, alongside all of the creative goodies that we've got for you today, the day is here for us to launch some brand new digital downloads. You've basically got within this collection the opportunity to download Sara Signature Collections as digital stamps and SVG cut files. Now, more will be added down the line, I've been told, and if you love Nature's Garden, hang fire. But these Sara Signature Collections that we've got currently, there are 5 of them. There's the Enchanted Dreams collection, you've got Dancing Dragonfly, you've got your Caring Thoughts, you've got Bohemian, and then the Age of Elegance. So you can simply choose which one you want to go for. Or maybe you want to add all of those into your basket. It's entirely up to you. And they are all digital stamps from that collection, plus the SVG cut files to go alongside the papers, of course, that we've already launched. The digital papers have been so super popular. And now, because again, you guys have asked, you've now got the opportunity to get full collections. So beautiful papers, you've got your stamps in there. There's SVG cut files for you as well. And what a price. Just seeing the price on screen there for the bundle, which is absolutely incredible. And the other thing I know our US viewers are very happy about this indeed is the fact that they are tariff free. And we're going to have a look at these with you, Sarah.
Yes, so I've got the Age of Elegance, and actually what I've just done is I've printed out one of the sheets, and I thought, should we have a go and give them a bit of a colour? And do you know what? The reason I was so excited about the Age of Elegance is, my word, these are fabulous to colour. So, which one do you think we should colour? I think she would look lovely practising the pleats on the dresses, but actually I could practice some nice pleats down here. I love pleats on a dress.
Yeah.
Should we do her and then I can do him as well at the same time?
Why not?
Right, I'll put it in the middle.
Okay.
You know what's going to happen though?
What?
Colour and coma.
Right, send in some chat, please.
Send your chat in. Right, how about I do her dress in a bit of, do you think a bit of turquoise? Or...
Decisions.
Right. I love colouring with the greens, but there's blue turquoise and this green turquoise. Do you know what's a good thing to do sometimes is just colour them on the side as well. So I can go, if this one here, do myself a little palette. Leanne taught me this at the weekend. So this is the blue turquoise. Oh, nice. This is the blue turquoise blends, right?
Yeah.
Now, here we go. Let's do all of a dress, right? Even closer, Sam, let's get in, right? This is the way I colour. Different people colour different ways, but this is the way I do. This has been printed onto alcohol pen paper.
Right.
Right? And I'm using the tri-blend brush because what I want to be able to do is go in there and use that whole section of the brush.
Having never seen these before, is it a case of you get one file and it prints like you've got there everything in one go, or can you?
Yes, but then you can manipulate them if you want. So if you want to cut them out and do them individually, you knock yourself out. You do what you want. You now have access to use those images digitally. That's what we've never offered before, right? So drown that with a load of wet, right? So a load of the lightest colour. Then this is how I do it, right? Where you would have shade, so underneath her arm, I would come in and put some shade in, right? I would come down the edge of the skirt, and then what I would do is all of these bits, can you see where you've got the dark lines coming down? I will put the dark in. So you draw the dark in. Then you come with the medium colour and you go over the end of the darker line and slightly into the lighter one. Right, so you're going over the end about a third of the way, Leanne always taught me. About a third of the way, and ideally little light circular motions.
Yeah.
So you're blending over where the dark meets the light, okay? And the more you colour, the more it will lighten up what you're colouring on, right? So now just be patient, wait till the alcohol evaporates. And then I go back in with the lightest one. And again, I'm just blending that right up. And what happens is it's the opposite to what you would do with like a watercolour pen, because the lighter colour bleaches out. So if I want to lighten that up, I'm just going to follow back up in the curves there, and I'm going to start and bleach that out so that they look like shades on the dress, okay?
Yes.
So I'm going to go the same here. I'm going to just come right round, always with that lightest one. So what you always want to do is you want to put that base of colour down first of all and do your colouring with the lightest one. Now, if you're someone like me, Ben, who just loves to colour for the hell of colouring in, right?
Yeah.
It's just the enjoyable side of it. The beautiful thing about these pens is you can do that, about the digital downloads, you can do that and you can just have the joy of colouring in. So you don't have to worry about, you know, you can then go and worry about making it into a card afterwards. But for a lot of people, the joy actually is in the colouring in. It's not necessarily in the making the card. It's like the art is the hobby.
Yeah.
So I would just encourage you, get the digital, and you don't have to, well, actually, you'd be bespotical not to, right? So you can buy just the digital stamps if you want. I think they were like $3.49.
Yeah.
Like it's like for nothing, guys,
Yeah.
right? So what you can do is you could go and buy just the digital download if you want. But if you buy the bundle's also got the papers in. So then when you've finished, you can make it all into a card because you've got those papers ready and raring to go. So there we go. So I'm going to blend all that together, right? Then let's have a little look. We'll do I'll do the bodice of a dress while we're going, right? So again, watch this. Light colour, and you're using the very, very tips of the pen, and round you go.
And if you wanted to, I know it probably depends on printers and whatnot, but if you wanted to like print this onto different cardstock for colouring with different mediums, again, you can do that, right?
Well, I was going to do watercolouring for you. And then we couldn't get the watercolour card into our printer in the next door office.
Ah, right.
Right? So it'll depend on your printer.
Okay.
So if your printer can colour waterproof, sorry, you can colour in your water-based cardstock, your watercolour cardstock, then absolutely brilliant. Look, I'm giving her rounded boobies. How good's that?
You did what, sorry?
I'm rounding off her boobies.
Oh, that's exactly what I thought you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, rounding off her boobies. And then it's coming out, look at that. Yeah, you see, now she looks like a dress is working properly.
It does look like a dress is working properly.
Look at the arm there. Looks 3D, doesn't it?
It does.
Look at the difference. It was flat before. Now, when I'm looking at this, I'm looking, think, right, it needs a bit more of the light colour. Just blending over, and it gives you, just going back in with the alcohol, just gives it another further blend again. This is the beauty of these pens. You can go over, let the alcohol evaporate a bit, and then go over it another time. You'll start to love it. Right, I'm going to do, should I do his jacket? Oh, do you think he would like a nice dark blue jacket? Would he look good in a blue?
Good, yeah.
Or a brown, or a red, or jade green?
Jade green?
Yeah, do you think a bit of green? Or a dull green? Oh, you're not feeling green, are you not?
Dunno,
how about grey?
The grey. Smart
grey jacket, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, grey.
Are we still all right as with normal collections to make and sell with these as well? Is that
yes.
Still?
Do you know what a really good question actually, Ben? Because a lot of people might think that you weren't allowed to.
Yeah.
No, we are given the extended licence for all of these, so you can absolutely make and sell everything that you've made still.
Excellent stuff. If you guys have got any questions about the digital downloads, or maybe any suggestions of what you want to see next, then feel free. Producer Johnny's just saying that somebody was on about Hillary was on about Christmas papers. Is that a possibility, do we think, potentially?
To do Christmas papers? Yeah, of course we could. We can do anything you want.
Yeah.
You've just got to ask for it.
Pamela just said, I must stop shopping, lol. I just couldn't resist today's showstopper. Well done if you picked that up. And Karen says, these would be used for scrapbooking, or these could also be used for scrapbooking, these digital downloads. Absolutely. There's lots of love coming in for the shows today. Still seeing lots of messages come through about Craftaganza as well. I think a lot of people had a fun time. Did both of the days go all day?
Yeah.
What time did you go on till in the evening?
9 o'clock here in the UK.
Wow.
Yeah.
Starting at what time?
It was about 8 hours of classes.
So 1 till 9?
1 till 9, yeah, so that we could catch the American lot as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you have like breaks in between, or did you just go from class to class to class?
Well, so we started out having half an hour breaks in between, and then in Leanne's first class, she ran over 25 minutes. Right? So we did all warn you about Leanne, and then everybody was joking, saying, well, when Sarah starts, she won't be able to fill her class.
I wonder why people would think that.
Yes, I could totally understand, guys. I can totally understand why you might be thinking that, right? And so let's just say some of my classes, I brought Leanne in to do part of the class.
Right.
So that she could, oh, how good does that look
now?
Amazing. Do you know what? And I'm going to go back in and I'm going to darken underneath here because it would be really dark on his trousers, wouldn't it? But once you've got one base of colour in, it's easy to do that. It's just so easy to go and build up a little bit more. But yeah, so Leanne's class, and actually we ended up tag teaming, so we did one class near the end, which was brilliant, the shaker card class, right? So I was showing everybody how to do a shaker card, but then actually I just thought it was really nice having Leanne. She's taught us some lovely backgrounds. Yeah. So what we decided to do was bring Leanne in to teach us the backgrounds.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And our boss Diane came in. Was she? I know you were talking about this earlier on. Was she actually in on one of the shows, Diane?
She did 4 of the classes, I think.
Wow. 4
or 5 of the classes. Yeah, she came in to just do some, she's really busy at the moment, so she was doing some extra work over the weekend. But she loves the crafting, so I was like, well, why don't you just have a bit of a break and come in?
Sarah,
so she did. Go on.
Debbie wants to know if you want a cuppa.
I love you, Debbie. I can't drink and be colour and coma at the same time. Okay. I can't, so look, I haven't even drank, I went and got myself a glass of water in the break, I haven't drank that. Oh. I'm all good, but thank you, and I love you lots.
I love a cup of coffee, Debs. Thank you very much.
Oh, she knows you'll have one.
You're the best.
I'm busy in my colour and coma.
That's it.
Right, I've done his and hers hair.
His and hers hair.
See, if picking up a different colour.
Yeah.
Right.
I missed out on the tropical collection a few years ago, says Evelyn. I would love to get some of the papers and maybe some SVG files to cut that out with my cutting machine. Keep the suggestions coming in, because you do know we always keep a track of these. We always feed these back, and I think we're very good like that as a company. So yeah, feel free to ask, and if we can, we will. Hello, Jacqueline Clark says good afternoon to Sarah and Ben. I love watching colouring. Oh, and I've just been told there may or may not be a new poll going up in the I'm a Crafter's Companion group after the show.
Oh, what's all that about then?
I wonder if that might be to do with what else they want to see, our lovely viewers want to see as far as digital downloads are concerned. Love a poll. The tag team worked well, says Em. I love to have more like that. And Diane joining in was great. Would love guests like that in future classes. That's from Em.
Right. Well, we'll just get Diane in more.
Well, sure, yeah, we get her in, shall we?
I mean, she's not very busy.
Nah, not really, is she?
Yeah, no.
I think of a new show, it could be called Do It With Diane. Yeah, where she crafts along, or you craft along with Diane. Yeah, but I'll put that to her, see if she wants to do it.
Do it with Diane.
Yeah, with Diane. What did she join in with them? What was her? Was it new stuff she was trying, or stuff that she'd done before?
Oh no, she'd never done. So she did some.
Because I know she's a crafter, isn't she?
Yeah, she is, but she does more quilting.
Oh, okay.
So she'd got introduced, she'd bought our builder block systems. So that's how she'd got more involved with Crafter's Companion and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, so what's been lovely is she's been able to try some of the stuff that she'd never tried before, the paper crafting. So she'd never done watercolouring. Right. She'd won Leanne's watercolouring classes. I made her do my flower forming class and she absolutely loved it.
Not surprised.
Then she wanted to do shaker cards because she'd never done shaker cards before. And then what else did she do? Glitter paste, she loved a bit of glitter pasting. So,
just had a message from a lovely lady called Michelle who's asking about the pens that you're using. How do we get the pens?
Well, do you want to answer that so that I can focus on this, because you'll know the answer to that question, and then I can do this, can't I?
Yeah. So, Michelle, I don't know if you've shopped with this before, or if you are brand new, wherever you might be watching, if you go to our website, so crafterscompanion.co.uk if you're in the UK, crafterscompanion.com if you're in the US, or crafterscompanion.eu if you are in the EU. Pens that Sara's using currently are our tri-blend brush pens. So these are alcohol markers. And these are the ones, so I've done a little bit of colouring. I've moved on to the illustrators now, but these are...
Oh, he's moved on to the illustrators now.
These are the tri-blend brush pens, and we've got classics on shop today. So these are alcohol markers, right? And the brilliant thing about these is if you are looking to learn how to do, beautiful colour blends with each of the pens, you'll see it looks like a much longer pen, doesn't it? So Sara's got the 3 transorbs within each of these pens, which has got your light, your medium, and your dark of each of those colours. And as she was explaining just a few moments ago, how you do like the different blends to create the light and shade on whatever it is that you're colouring in. Now, these are the brush pen versions. I've got a beautiful brush nib, as you're seeing there on the close-up.
But actually, if you're just starting out,
yeah,
I would say the tri-blend, the
original tri-blend,
the classiques would be better.
Oh, okay.
Because they've got a bullet nib.
Yeah. So the classiques we have got, they're on Monday Makers, I believe. So those are available in, we've got loads of different ones of the classiques on for you. So they're a dual-ended alcohol marker. One end you've got your fine nib, the other end you've got your chisel nib. So yeah, certainly easy to get those bigger sort of bold sweeps of colours. So we've got the 12-piece vibrant florals. I mean, we've got all of them pretty much. 12-piece jewel tones, 12-pack of vivid brights, 12-pack of woodland nature, and then a 12-pack of our subtle pastels as well. So you would genuinely say if you're new to colouring, start off with the classics?
Start with classic. Well, that's where we started.
Yeah.
We started with classics, and then we built up from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you've got more control. That's the difference. You need the control if you're just starting out.
Yeah. Well, give those a go, Michelle. If you've got any questions tonight, we can certainly spend some time on looking at those with Debbie a little bit later on. I'd love to see Diane more often, says Alex. Uh-oh, we started something here. She'll be watching as you're coming down going, stop putting me forward for shows, I'm too busy. Susan says, Craft Veganza far exceeded all expectations. A really wonderful experience.
Hang on, what colour should I do his waistcoat? I need some help. I'm struggling with a...
Not
green?
No.
Johnny says green.
I don't like... No. Maybe like...
dark red.
I actually quite like it as it is. Just like, yeah, like almost like a cream sort of.
A bit of cream? A bit of golden brown?
Yeah, I think it looks nice as it is, to be honest. Oh, yeah, that works.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you want me to teach you a nice trick as well?
Always.
Right, so watch this. Then you can take something like your ice grey.
Yeah.
It's a totally different shade. I'm going to go with the lightest one. And I'm going to go all the way around the outside to give it like a halo.
Ah, yes.
And it looks so good when you give it that halo. Right. Oh, I love a bit of colouring, Ben. I love a bit of colouring. I just don't get to do often enough.
Debbie's just brought me a cuppa. She's wearing her like leopard print dress and she's brought me it in a leopard print mug. I mean, that is just...
It's just War Debs, isn't it?
Cheers, War Debs. Look at that. Ooh. Cheers.
Aww. How good does my colouring in look?
Fantastic, that.
I'm dead chuffed with that. But just show, and we've had, what, a nice 10-minute relax there?
Yeah, 10, 15 minutes.
So if you just want to do a little bit of relaxing, go and get yourself some of the digital stamps down. Look, these ones are brilliant. I've got a couple of these here. So the Age of Elegance, she would be brilliant. They're brilliant to colour. That dress would have been fabulous to colour as well. That one there, oh yes, the pleats up her skirt. Her for practicing hair colour.
So top left looks a little bit like Debbie when she went to a ball at the weekend, so maybe we can get Debbie to colour that one.
Look at this one would be brilliant. I was going to do that.
Yeah.
This is from the Bohemian. Oh, and also that big stamp was fabulous from the Bohemian collection.
I remember that.
So that is a brilliant one to colour in. Age of Elegance, you've got some of these little pieces as well, nice ones in there to work with. Or Age of Elegance, you get all the stamps as well.
Oh, amazing.
So if you wanted to do something nice with all the stamps, you could do some of the stamps. And the Bohemian, I mean, you saw that one, but there's 2 sheets on each of the Bohemian.
I don't remember that little caravan.
Cute, isn't it?
That's super. I don't remember that being in the collection.
That might be a bonus exclusive extra.
Okay.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, of course. But just if you love colouring, we're starting to do this more with some of our back catalogue digi-stamps. So I think that'd be brilliant.
Louise says, what's the problem with green? No problem with green. I just think the green and the blue. Blue and green should never be seen. That's what I was always told. Just look nicer in a cream or white. There we go. Those are the Digi stamps, or digital downloads, I should say, which are now available on the website. So do check those out and look out for that poll coming up in the I'm a Crafter's Companion page a little bit later on, because it could give you the opportunity to pop down what you want to see coming next. Right, we are going to have a short little break, give you opportunity to get those bits and pieces checked out, and also to explore the new digital downloads on our website. So do jump in, grab them, and I tell you what, you guys had such a fun weekend, didn't you, with Sara and Leanne? And talking of Leanne, here she is, strolling down the corridor.
My favourite part is the interaction we can have with the lovely presenters.
The laughter and the giggles and the dressing up and the jokes.
Really fun and really good, and sometimes the only laugh you will get when you're not feeling well.
There's a personal connection with the presenters and the demonstrators.
The inspiration and clear instruction is patiently presented.
I love everyone that I have come to know on Crafters TV.
Well, you got two comedians, Dan and Craig. They're not comedians really, they're brilliant.
Presenters are great. Demonstrators are great.
Number one is the enjoyment I get from watching Ben and all of the demonstrators making the projects.
You are all so down to earth and genuine people, always willing to share and help.
Personal connection with everyone that's involved in Crafters TV.
For me, they have become my friend, creating a personal connection and making you feel part of a crafting family.
And get me a chuckle. It just feels like you're right there in my living room.
There you go, thank you. I love that little video there saying why you guys love Crafters TV. I mean, we're just pretty good, aren't we, really? Blowing our own trumpet, pretty good. Jules has got a question, Sara, because I've got some pictures I want to show of some things our lovely viewers have crafted, but Jules has a question about Craftaganza.
Hit me.
She says, which guillotine was Sara using during Craftaganza?
Oh, the big one. So, yeah, there's the normal. This one.
Okay.
Used it loads. And Leanne, God love her, she couldn't get the hang of 1/8 of an inch.
Oh.
Well, because these are every 1/4 of an inch. So I just started explaining, well, instead of 1/8 an inch, just go down 1/2 a notch.
Yeah.
She got it then.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, and try to teach her about economical use of paper. Oh, my life. I might as well have been talking Swahili. You'll all, if those of you that were watching, you'll know. I was trying to explain about, how not wasting too much card. And she'd go, I've got loads of card left. Look, I've got all these little scraps at the side, but it's all left over to use. Right, yes, but one bigger piece to use is better, surely. It's the maths. She doesn't like the maths discussions.
That's the big guillotine with the extending arm, or leg, as Debbie would say. It is in stock. If you want the small guillotine, we've got that on tonight as a Monday mega deal with free linen cardstock. Rebecca sent in some pictures. Just quickly show these of her resin work. Look at this that Rebecca's done.
Oh, she's put some blue gilding flakes in too.
How
Love
cute is
that.
So that's her little seashell.
Yep, no offence, guys, that's the kit that's sold out. But you can still try the other resin kit. It's got the white resin in.
Look at that one.
Oh my word, how's she done? That's amazing. She's put the bee on the top.
It's like a bee, and then there's like loads of like hexagon detailing with it as well.
That is, we need to know how you've done that. That's fabulous.
And then there's one more picture she sent, which is, what is in there? Is that a test tube holder?
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, some good stuff. Hey, resin, I'm telling you, it's the future. It's where it's at. It's the future. It's a brilliant craft.
Thank you. Send in the pictures. Oh, there's one more. Sorry, I've done her a disservice there. She's made a clock as well. This is brilliant.
Oh, nice.
Just put the hands on it. That's so cool.
I can't see the hands. Oh, she needs to put the hands on it. I thought you said look at the hands on it. I was like, yeah, I can't see them.
I love it. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for sending in those pictures. Feel free to send in more. Jen's just said, good morning to Ben, Sara, team and crafty friends. Slept in today, but I had a bit of a Craftaganza hangover. But I did love every minute of it.
Can we just have a look actually on the website? Because I put some bundles together for the Craftaganza. Will you just have a little look, Jenny, see if people can find them? Did you just search Craftaganza or what? Like how do you get to the bundles? Because it would be good to show everybody. I I don't think they were in Cartload on Thursday.
They're going to be this Thursday.
Ah, but how do we, don't know where they've gone. Put them live at the weekend. Yeah. Producer Journey's going to have a little look and then be able to tell you.
Rosalind's just said, I'm loving all the digital stamps, and Lynn says, I need to get the digital downloads. Back to these kits from Creativ. We are looking at Macrame. Now, I'll quickly show you what you're going to get in this showstopper bundle. We'll get the details up on the screen for you here, but it's the opportunity for you to be able to try out lots of different styles of macrame. So this one here, allowing you to be able to create that beautiful bag. And again, this might be a craft that you've never tried before. This is a 7-piece showstopper. Like, if you want to get into macrame, we do have like smaller bundles available for you, so you can shop for those individually, but this one will allow you to make beautiful little dream catchers. You've also got, and Sarah showed this a little bit earlier on, the beautiful set here, which will allow you to be able to create that cute little rainbow sort of home decor piece. You've also got, going smaller, and as I say, I think the majority of these are available for you individually, but you can macrame your own jewellery, so whether it's going to be like bracelets, for example. These ones super cute as well, like macrameing your own earrings as well, and then also included in that bundle is your macrame board. So that is everything included, the 7-piece collection. It is £50. That is your price here in the UK. Again, not a tariff-free deal, but you are making a significant saving. It might well be that, you know, even with a tariff, that works out a good buy for you. But everything included there. If you just want to try macrame, do shop the show, and you will see some of these bundles available individually as well. So macrame or macrame. Sorry, for people perhaps you haven't heard of this or seen this before, what is this in its basic form? What are we doing here?
Okay, so you tie it up with wool, right? So this is macrame yarn, right? And it's thicker, so can you see it comes like this, and it is thicker than regular wool is, right? This was the bits that we had left over from doing this one. So what you can do, so you can see on this one, it's been made into a lovely little rainbow by just wrapping it round and round different pieces. On this project here, I've left my finished sample at home. I love this one as well. So this is how you make a macrame dream catcher.
That's really cute.
So that is absolutely gorgeous. And these little mini kits are all tariff-free as well. So yes, this is the 7-piece showstopper if you want to do loads of macrame. But actually, and again, I'm just going to point out what you pay on the tariff. So look at the price. We've already got a massive saving on this. So it's worth, you know, it's probably going to work out, guys, if you're in the UK, the US, it's still going to be worth getting. But what you've got is, you've got all the stuff and the instructions. So this is an intermediate one. This is a beginner one here. So you're going to do this. You're going to scan the QR code. It's going to take you to the video. And you're going to watch the video and follow through how to do that lovely little Dreamcatcher macrame. Now, I have to say, of all the kits in the macrame collection, I haven't done it yet, but this is my favourite one. Okay? Because what it is it's making your own bag. So actually, in the kit, you get loads and loads of the special macrame. Yeah. But then you also get the bag itself, so that you are tying the macrame knots around the bag. So can you see, you've got the bag, oh, there you go, we're going to have just the bag on its own. So you've got the bag itself, you've got all of the instructions, and this is what you're paying for. Someone's worked out exactly how to make the exact right size macrame bag around that bag. Right, that's the really clever bit, and then you've got exactly the right amount of macrame yarn to then be able to make and put the bag together. How ridiculously cute is that?
It's really cute.
I mean, doesn't that just look absolutely fantastic? So that is what you could be progressing on to, and the great thing about it is macrame is just tying knots in wool. Right. Okay. So if you don't do it right, you just untie the knot. So it took me a little while. The first time I got into macrame, it took me a little while to get the hang of it, right? But don't worry, because all you do is you keep going. If you undo it, you just undo the knot and move on. So it's actually super simple once you get started. And you can be doing things like, look at these. These are just little macrame projects where we've done like little napkin rings. Oh, that's cute. Are lovely. Can you see? So these are like little coasters. Now, to get the best result on them, on the ends, can you see all the macrame has been opened out? Right, you use for that a macrame comb. So what I've done is I've brought these that are unfinished to show you what. Look at that. So you've got them all wound up, but as soon as I comb them,
oh yeah, it goes right
all
through.
combs out. Absolutely perfect. This is what you do. And then once you've got everything combed, you can trim it to whatever shape you want. But they start off not combed. So if you look at that, that started off like this. Now, if you had to untwine these and pull them apart, it takes ages.
Yeah.
You get the special macrame comb, and it just does it all in one go. And it takes seconds. So if you don't already have one, go and treat yourself. Look at that. Look how quick and easy that was. Treat yourself to a macrame comb. Now in the bundle we have a macrame comb and a macrame board.
Yes.
Right? So the board is, while you're doing all your knotting, you see, you would clip that into place so that you can move around and do the knotting as you're going. So for a project like this, for example, you would clip the project at the top and then just be able to see where you're doing all of your knotting and whatnot, and it just makes life a lot easier.
There you go. There's not many of those showstoppers left. Limited stock if you want to grab that. 8, well, I thought there was more than that. There's 8 left. 8 left. We're into single figures on that showstopper. Again, as Sarah was taking you through, there's various items there, like some of the mini craft kits, which are tariff-free, the macrame bag, and the table decorations as well. If you do want to jump in and try that if you are in the US. I apologise as to how busy my counter's getting here, but it's all of this fantastic stuff from Creativ, which is taking it all up. Next is our jewellery. 4-piece showstopper. Again, £50 is the price on this one. And this is brilliant once again because you've got collections here which are going to allow you to make absolutely stunning jewellery. This one, jewellery clay. So learn the basic techniques to be able to create pieces like this, whether it be those stunning earrings, whether it be decorating, you know, chains, whether it be making like little bracelets as well. Once again, the QR code there to help you create with these, no problem at all. You've then got some of your little smaller bundles as well. And by the way, the big kit contains, once again, everything you need, from the tools to the chains to the pieces in there to the pliers that you'll need as well. So everything is in there along with the tuition via that QR code as well. This little mini kit is all about creating beautiful jewellery again. So you can create with this a pair of earrings. You'll be creating one necklace and also one bracelet within that set. It's stunning actually. And you've got a little mould in there to allow you to create some stunning beautiful florals. Then you've got another little mini kit here. Again, full tutorial included to be able to make beautiful bracelets like you're just seeing on the front right here. And then this last one, again, just slightly different. They're all slightly different, working with like almost like faux pearls you've got here, creating beautiful pairs of earrings. You'll also be able to create a ring with that set as well. So lots of different styles of jewellery.
Oh, I did that one the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I just had a little project one weekend. It was a couple of weeks ago for the weekend. And I made the little earrings and I made the ring. Yeah, that's a lovely kit, that one.
It's so nice, isn't it? Because if you want to go whole hog, you go for the showstopper. But if you do just maybe just want to try, you know, jewellery making for the first time, then you can. And you can make rings, bracelets, earrings, necklaces. Everything is included within this bundle. Let's have a look through it with Sarah, because again, we get a lot of bang for our buck here.
You get loads. So I'm going to start with the big kit, because with all of these, with these bigger ones, it's about having loads of the stuff. Now, this is the kit that I've been working from, right? So can you see, within this one bundle, I've had a go, I've done the necklaces, the earrings with this one, and you get the jewellery findings to be able to put the earrings and the necklaces and everything like that together, right? But you also get, like, you get the little knife now, can you see? So what I did was, I opened up the clay, and it is the sort of clay, can you see this has been left open, it hasn't gone hard, because it hardens in the oven. And then you get the pokey tool and the knife for cutting it to be able to do all this. So even like a little rolling pin, you get the textured rolling pin to be able to roll textures onto it. And you can see there we've been experimenting, doing like rubbing these into like embossing folders and things like that. But you get things like the different size cutters. So these are to do all of the different earrings and necklaces and things like that. You've got the cutters included. You've got all the different colours of the clay to get you started. You've got the pliers and all the findings to be able to put these together. Now, I'd done quite a bit of jewellery making in the past, so I'd learnt the basics of like, you know, unhooking and hooking. Yeah. Whereas this is all more about using the the clay, and merging all of the clay together to make different projects. So you get all the clay in that one. That's fantastic. If you've not, I mean, like I said, I've done quite a bit of jewellery making in the past. I would say about 15 years ago, I got massively into jewellery making.
Did you?
Yeah, one of my craft, I'm going to sound really snotty here. One of my craft rooms, because I had 2 at home at the time, and one of my craft rooms was just full of all my jewellery stuff because I got so big into jewellery making back then. And honestly, it's only recently I've given away a lot of my jewellery making stuff because I haven't had time recently. So this was quite nice to get this out and to be able to kind of like dip my toe in the water again a little bit. You know, you drift in and out of different crafts. But there's that one. This is the one that I did the other weekend, which was quite nice. And this was lovely if you're a beginner, because what you're doing is, and again, you've got all the different types of wire that you're going to need, the little seed beads, but can you see, that is the wire that you do the constructing with. Now look at this, how to do like a lovely little wire earring.
Wow, yeah.
And how you're going to, and that's what I did, I tied it together and it shows you the knot and how to pull it round. You get the glue in there as well for like putting all of the little wires and beads and things like that on. You've got the wire that you can use for threading the seed beads on. And again, every one of these packs comes with how-to instructions, which just make life a little bit easier to follow as well. Little templates included and things like that. So just be under no illusion, like every one of these, they are with you every step of the way to teach you how to do it. It's the same. So the jewellery is their biggest category. So when I met with the team who make all of these kits, they said their jewellery categories are the biggest ones. It's the most popular crafting they find in terms of people buying different kits and whatnot. This is lovely because this is all about, can you see, making the little flowers. So you've got the clay to make the little flower moulds. So within here, when we open all of this up, lovely kit this one, right? You've got you've got some of the clay to try, but you've got the mould. So you're going to be pushing the clay into the different pieces of the mould, which makes the different flowers. And then once you've made the flowers, you've got the little pearls to go inside the flowers, and then you've got all of the findings to thread them onto. So again, it's a nice little mini kit, but it's everything you need to try quite a few of these projects. And you imagine going to a nice party, right? And you're wearing a homemade bracelet.
Yeah, and there would only be one like it in the whole world.
I mean, come on, but the thing is, that's a conversation starter.
Yeah, it is.
That's the sort of thing. I'm going to a 50th wedding anniversary, no, a 50th birthday party this weekend. That was actually, she turned 50 in lockdown, so it's her 55th birthday, but she just waited 5 years to celebrate it.
I love that.
She felt like she needed another big one. But I feel if I go with something like that, and actually that would go quite well with my outfit, that would be all night, would be a conversation starter. Oh my God, where'd you get that from? No, I made it. That's the difference. So you've got all of these different types of jewellery making kits. And when I put this showstopper together, the whole point was we got all of these different ones so that you could try a little. You could just choose one kit if you want. We've got Macrame jewellery making. We've got Kumihimo jewellery making. You've got the clay work with that. All the different types. Or you can go for the showstopper and try a load of different ones in one.
It's such a brilliant kit. I'm just looking at your question, Lenore, which has just come through. She says, hi, Sarah and Ben. I've just tuned in. I have a question. I have an old Android cell phone and my phone doesn't scan those codes to get the videos. Is there another way I could get the videos?
You can just go onto their website, go onto YouTube and search it.
Yeah.
CC Hobby is the company, Creative Company Hobby. Or you can go onto their website directly and it'll take you through to each page of each of the items and then how you do it.
Lenore, I think you're in the US, so it is literally just cchobby.com. All right, if you go there and then it's a bit of more of a long-winded way around, but you can still get there to those videos, cchobby.com. Thank you for sharing the picture, says Rebecca. The test tube is for a single stem flower. I love that idea. And Crafting Queen says, that was so funny. Sarah and Leanne just merrily chopping up card any which way, and we were all shouting from home, no, you're wasting it. Now what's left is just scraps, lol. That was back to the Craftaganza, of course, over the weekend. Let's have a look at the Sienna type kit for you then. Last showstopper to show you. And this really is incredible. Again, something which I had no idea about until Creativ brought this to us here at Crafters TV. Well, I'll read you because I was thinking, I don't really know how to describe this. And the official kind of description of Sienna type, an early photographic printing process known for producing Prussian blue monochromatic prints. Sounds very posh, doesn't it? But basically, what it involves is you get everything in here. Like say for example, you want to use the little butterflies in here. It's all about using the different. What's the word I'm looking for? Inks across the project, the dyes, if you like, in there, and then setting it out in the sunshine and allowing it, almost like that old-fashioned printing process, allowing that kind of design to come to life. So whether it is going to be the, you don't need to go into the dark room. They used to go to like a dark room, didn't they? You don't need to do that. You just set it out in the sunlight. So you're going to be able to use items that you've got in this kit, but then there's nothing to stop you then from perhaps thinking to yourself, well, I've got a nice dye, for example, that I want to use to create a beautiful image. You'll have loads in your craft room that you'll be able to use alongside this. And yeah, it might well be that you go and pick some flowers and use those. Whatever you think you can use, you'll be able to use with this kit. It is both the collections that you've got here. So $25.99 making up that showstopper. Obviously, this one isn't tariff free, but if you're in the UK, give this one a go and go back to the last show that we had on May the 9th. And if you watch the initial show, Sara did a demo with this, and then the show that followed, I can't remember what it was, but if you go back to the day, you'll see it there. The show that followed, we then showed you like the finished result, and it was incredible. It doesn't take long for the process to work, Sara, does it?
It doesn't. It's very clever. Let me walk you through it, okay? So what is in the kit for cyanotyping, right, is you get the A mixture and the B mixture, right? Now, both of these, they will travel to you with just powder in here. You add the water straight away. Once you add the water, it's not like you have so long to use it, but it's sent to you in powder form.
Gotcha.
So fill the bottle up with water to the top of this label, right? Then what you do when you come to use it, you have a little pot and you mix equal parts of A and B together. Once you've mixed them together, that's when you've got a time limit on what you do, right? So you're going to do that, and then what you do is you paint it onto, where have I just put it? It doesn't look very exciting. You paint it onto a piece of the card, right? So you get the this. So this is what you paint it on with, but you paint it on, and can you see? It's like a murky colour. Is the best way I can describe it. Looks like muddy water, right? You get the gloves and everything. Now you do get a couple of these butterflies in the kit, right? So can you see? You get the watercolour card to work with. You get the blue envelopes for putting them in the envelopes. There are your full instructions showing you exactly how to do it. But you can see that's that murky water one, right? Now, what you do is you would put the butterfly on like this, and then you put it out in the garden.
Yes.
Not when it's raining, right? No. Pop it out in the garden when it's sunny, and what happens is, can you see that one there?
Such a cool effect.
So that's been on there, and it's the sun interacts through, but it can't go through. You need to have something that can't go through. So I did some where I had just some leaves from the garden. I did some where I had some little pressed flowers.
That's nice.
Those were these.
Oh, okay.
You get the stickers in the kit.
Yeah.
You can pop the stickers on there as well if you want. Basically, you stop the light from going through. Soon as you stop the light from going through, it doesn't develop, right? So it starts off this colour here, and then it becomes this lovely deep rich blue once you've had the light through there. So in the starter kit, you've got the A and the B, which are the ones you're going to mix together. You've got all of the instructions, you've got some of the sheets of cardstock, you've got everything you need to kind of get yourself started. But then we also do the little toolkit, which is basically just the bottles of the A and B and the mixing pipettes, right? So if you just want this, then just get this, right? If you think, well, I've got cardstock, I've got everything else that I need, because it's also got them full instructions in again. However, if you are buying the showstopper, it's like you buy the big box and you're getting a second one of the little ones for free. So that's what I want you to have a think about doing. So if you want the showstopper, go for both of them. Or if you just want to dip your toe in the water, you can always just get the little kit and that just gets you the A and the B.
I feel like if you're looking for something very different, because it may well be that you've tried embroidery before, you've tried knitting before, I can probably think the majority of people haven't tried Sienna type before, so this is the one to potentially go for if you want to kind of think out of the box just a little bit and have some fun with that. But again, limited stock on that showstopper. They all are £25.99, saving yourself, what, about £13 Obviously, tariffs apply on that if you're in the US. Mary Shaw says, I love the Sienna tape. What a fun idea. Sorry, just quickly before we go, Mary Pat's asked, are there dragonflies in that kit, or was it just butterflies?
Just butterflies, but if you've got a dragonfly die, just die cut it out of a dark cardstock and use that.
Right, we are going to finish up and have a look at the crepe paper, which, do you know what, last time this was on was the most popular, and most popular again this time around as well. I feel like, the showstoppers obviously very, very good value for money, but I feel like we've got a lot of people who love to make flowers, whether it is with paper, whether it is with our flower forming foam, and you're thinking to yourself, well, actually, you know, I'm quite experienced at making flowers with those sort of mediums, then crepe paper is something which I'm going to be able to do as well, and it is made nice and easy because once again the team have created boxes which have got everything that you need, from the crepe paper to like the little polystyrene balls which you'll be using, to the wire that you'll need. Everything is included in these kits. The two kits that you've got here, you've got the opportunity to be able to make a beautiful floral wreath, and then all of like your freestanding flowers as well, with your different size of your floristry wire. That is all included in there. And then obviously you're getting the crepe paper within the bundles, but we then, within the showstopper, add more crepe paper in there as well. That is an extra 16 sheets in total for that price of £50. You're going to have to be quick if you want the showstopper in total though, because there are only a handful of those left. There's 12 chances left to buy. If you just want the bouquet on its own, let me quickly show you that. These are all still available for you. That one individually is £27.99. Again, more stock available on that, but the majority of people have been going for the value for money within that showstopper. The wreath as well is available for you as an individual item. So that is £18.99. $25.99, and of course you can get more papers as well. Options for you here, you choose which ones you want to go for, but you've got the pastels or you have got the muted. I guess they're the same price either or, yeah. They are $7.59 or $10.99 each. And let's have a look again, because I tell you what, I know a lot of people have been wowed because it's been very busy, but it's the samples for me, Sarah, the fact that you've got the cute vases and then you've got the massive floral over there as well.
I know, so it's everything. So I'm going to show you all the individual flowers on here, but I do want you to see that I actually used this exact crepe paper.
Look at this.
To make the big flowers. So this was just as cheap, it was like 22 quid or whatever on Amazon for the light.
That's brilliant.
And then all I did was take the light apart and built the crepe paper around, because crepe, it's got structure. This is the thing, it's got structure to it. So clever. I just cut out each of those petals, and I did use, so I used the, it was these colours here, in this one here.
Yes.
That's what I used for it. And you can see there, and it's going to hold that shape and hold that structure, but it just shows you how you can be making lovely big. And then I hung this in the corner of my bedroom before thinking, do you know what? It needs to come to the studio, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I'm glad you brought it in. I feel like
it's going to look fabulous in the studio. Yeah. We just need some way of like having it on display.
Yeah.
So that's what I need to work out.
I'm sure someone will figure something out.
Yes, lovely.
Yeah.
So let me just put that there so that I make sure it doesn't. Yeah, that's not going to. I'm frightened it gets damaged. You know, if it's just lying about, I'll kill. If somebody damages that, I'll absolutely kill them. So I can't let it be made.
Well, maybe we'll move it after the show then. Don't someone's going to knock that, aren't they?
Left that right. So let me show you now. If you want to if you know what you're doing, just buy the crepe paper.
Yeah.
Brilliant, right? If you're just starting, I would say start with either the bouquet or the wreath. So if you have a little look in here, I'm going to show you them all individually, but I want you to see what is included, right? So in here, you've got tons of all of the different, and you've got more and more, they're like little rolls.
Yeah.
So you've got loads of the actual crepe paper itself. You've got the glue that you're going to use. It's like a mini glue gel that. You've got a couple of pens for doing the coloured tinting, which you'll see we do. You get the wires, because this is the thing. If you're just getting started, you need to buy the crepe, you'd need to buy the thick wires, you'd need to buy the thin wires, you'd need a little pack of the polystyrene balls, and you'd need some of the pens and some of the glue. Or you'd need a bone folder to shape it all.
Yeah.
So that's why it's brilliant to be able to get the kit, but what's really valuable in the kit are these. So each one of these sheets has got the templates on the back that you can work around, but then it's got the step-by-step instructions on the front.
Right.
Now, the instructions are all on the website as well, but actually it's really nice to have them just as a kind of keepsake. So this is what I followed when I did all of these different types, and you can see all the different types of flowers. So there's that little one there. That is this one here. Aren't they lovely?
They're
So the gorgeous
super
little
cute.
flowers. And if I just put it on here, you can kind of see it there. So they're just these lovely tiny little mini flowers, and you get the right amount of crepe paper for all of the flowers that are in the set. That's the beauty of it. So we learned how to make them once. I don't know what any of these flowers are called. I do know this one, the carnations.
Carnation.
Aren't they gorgeous? I think that was the one I did actually, because I didn't quite get it finished. Yeah, and Bianca made them with us, and then there's the one that Bianca made that was finished a little bit more. But then he's an adaptation on them, a little bit more daffodilly, but with the different sprigs on the inside. And again, that is flower A, you learn how to make it. This one, gorgeous.
Wow, it's gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous. And do you know what? They are time consuming.
Yeah.
Right? They're not, I'm not going to tell you this is a quick and easy craft. This is that we spent a whole afternoon.
How long
sat
will it
the
take
two
to
of
make
us.
that though? Just that one?
Just that flower?
Yeah.
About an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not ridiculous.
No.
Not ridiculous. These are a lot quicker. These were like 10 minutes just to make these little ones. This would make a lovely craft along class, wouldn't it?
Would, yeah.
To do these. I'm looking for more ideas actually, because it went so well. The craftaganza that we did, and it was people love the foam flowers, so it's maybe nice to try something a bit different with the crepe flowers now. These are beautiful, different types of flowers again. These ones are lovely in there. These we didn't know what they were called. Did someone say like foxgloves?
Foxgloves, yeah.
Aren't they nice? And that's when you're using all the different coloured pens in there as well to colour up the crepe. But you see, this is where you're going to use your little water spritzer too to do the crepe. So you've got different feels. And don't forget to do the leaves as well, right? And each of them, look, you're making them onto their own little stalks, because you've got those wires as well. So you make them onto your own little stalks, and then you put them together in that. So we just did them all in this lovely my homemade vase as well.
Oh, yes, of course.
Made all sorts of them. So there's my little vase. I just think that's lovely to make them.
If you want them, quick as you can, because we are very, very low on stock there. One final question just about the Sienna type from Rhonda, who asked, does the shape have to be made of a certain material in order for it to work?
No, because you can use flowers from the garden. You can use pressed flowers. So just something that's going to stop the light from going through, basically.
What a brilliant show. Listen, we are going to give you opportunity to get these goodies checked out. And then Debbie and I will be back for Monday Makers in just over an hour's time. Sara, thank you so much. It's always a joy to have you here. And it's nice again, isn't it? I think we've given people a lot of opportunity to potentially start a brand new hobby today.
Oh, I just think, just decide which one you're doing.
Yeah.
Whether you're trying the crepe paper, whether you're going to give crochet or knitting a go, you want to try the resin cast, have a little look at all the creative kits on the website. Like I said, a lot of them are tariff-free. So if you are shopping in the US, you could have a little look and pick out the tariff-free ones. Those of you shopping in the UK, fill your boots. Just go and have a look. Pick the ones that you think they're all ready in our warehouse, ready to be dispatched. And while you're on looking, don't forget to check out those new DigiKits we've done, because they are fabulous.
Yeah, loads of those brand new DigiKit Sara signature ranges, including Enchanted Dreams, Dancing Dragonfly, the Caring Thoughts collection is there, Bohemian Dreams, and you've also got your Age of Elegance as well, so do check all of those out. Massive thank you for watching. We're going to be back in an hour and 10 minutes time for Monday Makers. It is me and D Rob, so loads coming up in that show. I know she's got loads up her sleeve, so we shall look forward to seeing you then. Thank you to Sara. Get to the website, check out your deals, and until